Hi, and thanks for tuning in. I'm Jonas. This is Sublime Media, and I'm actually having my morning coffee. Just finished writing some notes about the record I'm going to talk about today, and so I'm shooting this video. It's Anna-Maria Nordström's Mood, her debut record. It's a fairly new Swedish jazz record out on the market. Let's see what I think about this. But first, subscribe if you haven't. Give us a thumbs up and comment. That's the best way, really, to support this channel if you like what I'm doing. And I also have a record shop called sublimemedia.se. It's mainly for the Swedish sort of viewers here, but I can send to anywhere in the world. I sent to a guy in France just yesterday. So just let me know if you find anything. So Anna-Maria reached out to me, asked me if I want to sell this in my shop, and sure, I could sell this. I don't have a ton of new music up in my shop, but I love supporting artists when I can. So I have 2 copies up in my shop, and I asked her to send a review sample so I could talk about the music on my channel. So here we are. Anna-Maria, she started out with this music as a project almost. Let's talk about it as a project. In 2001, when she attended music school in Boston, she did some demos with arrangements and stuff like that, and they all got shelved. Now turn the clock forward to 2022. She revisited that material, rearranged it a little bit, added some Swedish vocals and lyrics and vocals on some of the tracks, and then put this group together to perform and record Mood, her debut record. This was put out like 6 months ago, something like that, and it's a beautiful, beautiful modern piece of Swedish jazz. Now Anna-Maria is from up north in Sweden, but she moved to Gothenburg, so southwest, the west coast here in Sweden, just 1.5 hour drive from me actually. And I think, if I did research correct, the musicians, most of them at least, are from Gothenburg also. And to me, I can almost hear that in the sound of the record, because Gothenburg has its own style of modern jazz. I think that Stockholm and Gothenburg has its own style, and I love Gothenburg jazz right now. Feels like a very vibrant scene. So moving into the music, what I feel is the key for this record is the almost progressiveness of it. There's a bunch of different styles that spans from swinging like jazz to playful modal, and at one track even a little bit funky. So it's like a melting pot of different genres, maybe as a result of her exploring different genres at school in 2001, and that's what she used here. I don't know, I'm just guessing. The musicians are great. I'm really looking forward to see what they can bring in the future, especially the drummer. I feel is outstanding, Johan Johansson. And her voice, she's an arranger, but also arranger and also a vocalist, and her voice is just insane. She has a vocal range that is... So right about now, you are probably asking yourself, why is he talking in English? This is a Swedish record. Well, I feel like this definitely have international sort of holds international standard or class, and I want to promote this as far as I can. So I debated with myself if I'm going to do this in Swedish and English, and I ended up doing it in English. I hope that it spreads to as many parts of the world as possible. It really deserves that. Moving into a little bit of the music, I'm reading my notes here because I wrote some notes when I was listening to this. Going through some tracks, the other side, track 3 of side A is a great track. I wrote a beautiful, modern, soaring, almost instrumental piece where that really stretches and shows the potential of all the musicians playing on it. A great piece. In Face on side B is I wrote a modern tune that reminds me a little bit of the Stockholm sound in the 90s. And Wallis, the second track on side B, is almost Weather Report-esque. Goes into a little bit of fusion territory and, dare I say, some funk. So 3 tracks that is totally different, and I bet will blow your mind. To really explore her voice, I feel like the Outsagda, the last track on side A, is a great one, because the first time I heard it, I was a little bit put off. Her technique is almost a little bit talky, and when I heard that, I was like, but then the second and the third time I heard it, I really started to love it, because it feels like the perfect homage to the golden days of Swedish vocal jazz musicians like Monica Zetterlund and even maybe Alice Babs. So she executes that perfectly. So on the contrary, it's in its retroness, it feels like a breath of fresh air, if you know what I mean. So pressing quality, yeah, great, standard, single jacket, good, lush photos with the title track. You get a polylined inner sleeve, which we all love, black vinyl, and cool labels. So all in all, a great pressing. Sound quality is great. It's been mastered perfectly. Dead flat 180 gram. All that you can sort of expect, and what we love about listening to vinyl records. It's put out by a company called Varva Records and Music, which I have no idea about. This is the first product that I have from them, but if everything is as good as this, I'm looking forward to dive deeper into their catalog. And to wrap this up, it's a magnificent modern Swedish piece of music that is exploring. It's progressive, as I said before, and it manages to hold and interest the listener from first tone to the last note. It's a great debut from Anna-Maria, and I hope to see more material from her and the musicians going forward in the future. So yeah, that's it. I have 2 copies up in shop. Go get them, and yeah, talk to you soon. Have a great day, everyone.